Hate will not prevail, and white supremacy will not have the last word. For the evil did come to Buffalo. It's come to all too many places. Manifesting gunmen who massacred innocent people in the name of hateful and perverse ideology, rooted in fear and racism. It's taken so much. What happened here is simple and straightforward. Terrorism. Terrorism. Domestic terrorism. Violence inflicted in the service of hate and the vicious thirst for power that defines one group of people being inherently inferior to any other group. A hate that through the media and politics, the internet, has radicalized, angry, alienated, lost, and isolated individuals into falsely believing that they will be replaced, that's the word, replaced, by the other, by people who don't look like them, and who are therefore in a perverse ideology that they possess and being fed lesser beings. I and all of you reject the lie. I call on all Americans to reject the lie. And I condemn those who spread the lie for power, political gain, and for profit. That's what it is. White supremacy is a poison. It's a poison running through it really is. Running through our body politic. And it's been allowed to fester and grow right in front of our eyes. No more. I mean, no more. We need to say as clearly and forcefully as we can that the ideology of white supremacy has no place in America. None.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rokah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim pushing this truth and sincerity. Now, the title of this video on your screen is Joe Biden on Buffalo shooting. White supremacy is a poison. And you can find this video on the Guardian News channel. And what I'm going to do is I basically wrote down some key points in Creepy Joe's speech. And I find it very interesting, okay, that if you take the time to listen carefully to what these Edomites are saying, you know, they're really giving up a lot of information. You know, they're speaking to one another like we do, okay, through these videos, through the YouTube, the street teaching, you know, being on camera. Reading the scriptures, you know, giving out this message. Well, they're doing the same thing. And, you know, I've said it before, you know, I encourage brothers to, you know, listen to these Edomites when they speak, you know, especially this guy, you know. He started his speech with hate will not prevail, okay? And white supremacy will not have the last word, okay? Now, I don't know if this was the whole speech, but I'm just going to start at the beginning of this clip, you know, with what he said. And you got to remember, you know, for an Edomite to say hate will not prevail, it's like, you know, that's like an oxymoron, right? We know that America was built on, you know, the rape, robbery, and murder of the indigenous peoples, you know, the Gadites, you know, Issachar, okay? And also with the brutal and cold-blooded slavery of the so-called Negroes, man, all right? So for them to say anything about hate, you know, you really gotta you really got to question, okay? They said white supremacy will not have the last word. He went on to say evil did come to Buffalo, okay? Speaking about the shooting that happened in Buffalo, New York, okay? The 18-year-old man that went into the grocery store and started shooting, so-called Negroes, Jakes, okay? Evil did come to Buffalo, he said, and to all too many places manifest in gunmen who massacred innocent people in the name of hurtful and perverse ideology rooted in fear and racism. It's taken so much. Okay? So he's admitting that evil has come, okay, to all too many places, manifested in gunmen, okay, who massacred in the name of hurtful and perverse ideology rooted in fear and racism, And when you look through the history, there's been a lot of shootings where Edomites have massacred people, okay, in the name of hurtful and perverse ideology rooted in fear and racism. And that's what they're rooted in, okay? That's what their people are rooted in, okay? Hurtful and perverse ideology rooted in fear and racism. So, whether these are, mind control assassinations, which I believe they are, he's basically saying that these are rooted in fear and racism, meaning they're afraid. Make no mistake. They're afraid of the message that the prophets are speaking on YouTube, on social media, and on the highways and byways. Okay, and I'm of the opinion that they have mind control tactics that can make somebody into an assassin, and they can send this person to do these massacres. Okay. He pauses and says, it's taken so much. Okay. Now you really got to take heed when he pauses. Okay. You really got to take heed on the words that they use, how they're using it, the context. You got to really take heed of the context, because then that's where the treasure's at. That's where the message is. Okay. This guy is sending a message. They're afraid, and they're sending people to massacre others, man. Okay, I am of the opinion that they can do this, through mind control. There's no evil that they have not thought up, man. Okay, he went on to say, what happened here is terrorism. Simple as that. Domestic terrorism, right? Terrorism, that is domestic, meaning here at the home front, here in America. Who's the biggest terrorism? A terrorist. Well, it's them. Okay? Not only domestic, but also foreign. Did not China send a tweet where it showed all these countries that America has bombed, invaded, and had war with? They're the biggest terrorists, man. And he went also to say, violence inflicted in the service of hate and vicious thirst for power, okay, that defines one group of people being inherently and inferior to any group. Okay, that's what he said. Violence inflicted in the service of hate and vicious thirst for power. Who inflicted violence through vicious thirst for a power? Who did that? They did. Okay? And they did it in the service of hate. You got to listen to what they say. It says, and he went on to say that defines one group of people being inherently inferior to any group. What are they? He's speaking about their people, the Edomites. They are the group of people that are inherently inferior to any group. Okay? He went on to say the hate that through the media and politics, the internet has radicalized angry, alienated, lost, and isolated individuals into falsely believing that they will be replaced by other people who don't look like them. Okay? He's describing his people, okay, that are listening to the media and politics, the internet, okay, which is radicalizing, okay, a position. You know, he's calling what we're doing hate, and his people are listening to it. Okay, and they're the angry, alienated, lost, and isolated individuals. Okay, and they're falsely believing, okay, or better yet, their people are starting to believe that they will be replaced by other people who don't look like them, which is who? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's in his message. That's what I'm trying to stress. It's in his message, man. Okay, they have seen us rise up on our feet. Okay, and what does the scripture say? Fear fell upon them. It's in the book of Revelation. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Okay? Great fear fell upon them which saw them. Okay? And the message that we're teaching, they're afraid of it. They're afraid of getting taken out of power because they are the angry, lost individuals. You see? They're still upset, okay, at the fact that they lost their birthright. Now let me read it back because I wrote down what he had said, and like I said, I encourage brothers to write down their speeches, man. Sometimes you can get transcripts on the internet. But anyways, he said the hate that through the media and politics, the internet has radicalized. Okay. And then his sentences are incoherent because he says angry, alienated, lost, and isolated individuals into falsely believing that they will be replaced. So they are the angry, alienated, lost, and isolated individuals because Esau is a freak of nature. Okay, the scriptures say he reasons but not upright. Okay, so the way that they reason in their mind, they know that there's like some screws missing. Okay, but they're starting to, some of their people are starting to falsely believe that they will be replaced by other people who don't look like them. He couldn't possibly be speaking of themselves replacing other people. They've already replaced Jake. We're at the bottom. Okay. Like I said, you got to go back and listen carefully to his speech. He goes on to say in that speech, it says, who are there for perverse ideology they possess, meaning us, the perverse ideology that so-called that we possess, and are being fed. Okay, he pauses, lesser beings. Okay, now he's speaking in his opinion. See, because these guys, Esau, Edom, they are the prophets on the left-hand side. So he, like how the scriptures, they speak of they could be speaking of one topic, and it'll go to another topic, and it'll even go back to that first topic. The scriptures are all over the place. It's like a puzzle. Well, these guys are sending a message, in that same way. It's coded. That's why I'm saying you have to go back and listen. Okay. Right, man. They are the prophets on the left-hand side. This speech to me, really made me open my eyes and see how they're bold with it. You just gotta be able to pick all this up and put the pieces together. This is straight to the point. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? We're wrestling against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Okay? The darkness that is in this world, okay, they're doing it. Okay? They're doing it. You know, the siege that we're in, okay, where they're attacking us from all angles, trying to, starve us out. These rulers are doing it, and this is just a spokesman for them. Okay, it says against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right. See, this guy's the POTUS, right? POTUS, President of the United States. He's speaking. Okay, but back behind the scenes, they're doing spiritually wicked things, sacrifices, and like I said, to the spirit. I'm of the opinion that this thing was orchestrated. You see what I'm saying? They have the power to, orchestrate mass shootings. Okay, it says, I'm a read again what he said. It says, and who are there for perverse ideology they possess, speaking about us, okay, and are being fed, that we're being fed. You see? Lesser beings, he says. I and all of you reject the lie. Okay, so basically he's saying he rejects the truth that we're speaking. It says, I call on all Americans to reject the lie. It says, I condemn those that spread the lie for power, political gain, and for profit. Okay, so now he's trying to condemn those that spread the lie. What lie? The lie in their eyes that they're going to be replaced by other people, meaning who? Jakes. He goes on to say, I condemn those that spread the lie for power, political gain, and for profit. That's what this is. So he thinks that this is all for political gain and for profit. Okay. Now, we never said that we were a militia group, that we were going to bear arms and take, Esau down. No, we wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushai till he rises up to the prey. So we're not doing this for profit, but yes, ultimately, we will receive the forces of the Gentiles. We will receive all their goods, all their money, everything that was taken from us. They're going to restore it. You see, the scriptures say that. It says that in the book of forces, Isaiah. They're listening to what we're saying, man. This is Isaiah 60:11. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Okay, this is what the scriptures say. Okay, Israel, their gates are going to be continually open. They're not going to be shut day or night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles. Salakia.
Strong's H2428. Chayil. Chayil.
Wealth. It says strength, might, efficiency, wealth, army, strength, ability, efficiency, wealth, force, army. Down here in the Strong's definition, it says probably a force, whether of men, means, or other resources, an army, wealth, virtue, valor, strength, able, activity, army, band of men, soldiers, company, great forces, goods, host, might, power, riches, strength, strong substance. You see, this is what's going to be given unto the Israelites. So they're hearing the message, and they're not liking it. Okay. So they're prophesying on the left-hand side. Okay. They reject what we're saying. They're trying to condemn us. He's trying to prophesy now. Okay. Which is, they're on the left-hand side, Okay. That's what this is, he's saying. That's what we're all about. That we just want to take their kingdom back. And, it's kind of this guy's complaining. They're complaining. He ends this speech, or this clip, I should say, because I think the speech was longer, but he ends saying white supremacy is a poison running through our body. Okay? Edomite supremacy is a poison running through our body. Okay? So, Edomite supremacy is a poison that runs through their body, he's saying. Okay? What does that remind you of? Of the chapter in Psalms, the 58th chapter. What does it say? Psalms 58. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? And that's the thing. Okay, this is speaking about the wicked. It goes into that, the third verse, the wicked. All right? But the wicked are not going to speak righteous. Okay? In front of anybody, any congregation. It says, do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? If they don't judge uprightly, to none of the nations, okay, not even to themselves do they judge uprightly, because, they're only concerned about the rich elite. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. And we know that the word heart means mind. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Okay. So, they so like I wrote something down right here for a second. Right. In mind, they work wickedness. It says, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Right. They ponder. In their mind, they're thinking about the violence that they do. Even when they speak, the scriptures say, let's get that. They curse inwardly. They can look at you with a straight face and tell you good morning, but really be like, you know what? Inside, they're like, this guy. This is Psalm 62 and 4. They consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. You see, when Jake blesses you, it's a genuine bless. Hey, how you doing, Jake? Really, but they can tell you how you doing and really be like, man, forget you. You see, they delight in lies. Let's get this word delight.
Strong's H 7521. Ratzah. Ratzah.
To be pleased with, be favorable, to accept favorably, to satisfy. They're satisfied with lies. To make oneself acceptable or pleasing. Okay. What does it say? Approve. Salakia. Let's go back. Delight. In the Strong's, it says approve. They approve of lies. Consent with, delight, enjoy. Right. They enjoy lies, man. You know what? What's going on? Yeah. They delight in lies. They seem like they're blessing you, but they're cursing you inwardly. And that's what these guys do. Yea, in heart, right, in their mind, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. They ponder. And it's evident the violence that they've done here in America. It's evident, that slavery still exists. It's evident that they continue to think like this, whether they get on a podium with a suit, whether the POTUS gets on a podium with a suit and says this, that, and the other, that Edomite supremacy is a poison and that it's not accepted and that hate is this, that, and the other. They still did it. They still did it to the Israelites, who are the so-called blacks, the Latinos, the Native Americans, and now they're hearing the message, they're monitoring the YouTube, they see it all over the internet, and now they're afraid. Now they're angry. And that's really what they're saying. And that's why these things happen, meaning their people are seeing it, they're getting troubled, and they're shooting shit up. That's what he's basically saying. Okay? It says, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Look up this word weigh real fast. Select. Second verse.
Strong's H, 6424. Palas. Palas. Second entry. Palas. Palas.
What does it say? To weigh, make level, balance, to weigh out, to make level or smooth. Down here in the Strong's, it says what? To weigh mentally. Yeah, in their mind, they're seeing, how much wickedness have they done? Can they do more? What more can they do? When they're up there on these podiums, man, they can speak smooth words or whatever, but really they're thinking about, how to overthrow you. They state you think that the message is righteous, but you got to break it down. You got to really, really, really listen, stop, rewind, pause, go back and forth, and then you'll capture it. And once you see it, your eyes will be open and you'll be like, wow, these guys are really sending a wicked message. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Okay, let's get there. This is let's go to Psalms 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You see? And that's the position that they take. That's what they really think. No matter what you believe, they're really ready for war. Their swords are out. They've been out since the beginning of time. All right, let's see. Let's go back. All right. It says, Psalms 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. Now, when you go into that word estranged.
Strong's H, 2114. Zur. Zur.
It says, I want to get something here in the Strong's. Profane. They are strange. They are profane from the womb. Right? They're meant to go off. They were created to be the wicked. They're created to speak with a forked tongue. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to mix it in with lies. All right? They're going to pause and make you think like, what did he say? Then they're going to come back and tell you something good. And then you're going to be like, oh, okay. I thought I heard. No, you heard right. That's how they speak. But that's how the wicked is. They are strange. They are profane, loathsome. They're alienated from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And that's how Edomites are. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent, okay? And they are the serpent, the devil, and Satan, okay? But their words are like poison. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear, right? They are like likened into a deaf adder, okay? And that stoppeth the ear, speaking about a certain type of snake. Okay, they call them deaf adders. All right, that stoppeth her ear, because they're not going to listen. Okay, they're calling our ideology, they're calling it perverse. Okay, they're calling us lesser beings. You know, he said that he calls all Americans to reject the lie. What lie? The lie that supposedly, which is true, that they're going to be replaced. You know, the shooter at Buffalo. He had a manifesto. He had that in his manifesto, something about being replaced by what you call it, by minorities or something to that effect, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so they reject these things. You know, that leads me to believe that if they reject it, they can never be replaced. And you know, hey, what makes you think that they didn't send this guy out there as a you know, to do this sacrifice? Okay, it says, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. They're not going to listen to the prophets. You know, they're not going to repent. You know, there's nothing you can say to Esau, Edom, the elites, that'll make them hearken unto what we're speaking. The prophets, you know, telling them they're about to be taken out of power. There's going to be no more room for them in heaven, in leadership and rulership. They're going to be taken out. They're going to be desolate at the end. They're going to be, when the whole world rejoices, they're going to be made desolate. They're going to be arrested, go right into slavery. Okay, break their teeth. Okay, meaning power, because the animal's power was in his teeth. Oh, power, oh God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions. Oh Yahweh. You see, so they're likened unto lions as well. The Lord used this type of imagery, this type of symbology. Okay, calling them snakes. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. You see what I'm saying? What does the poison of a serpent do? It you know, it renders you you know, handicapped. You see, it's poison. It's venomous. Okay, it could even cause death. But that's how they speak, man. Nothing but lies, nothing but hypocrisy. Okay, they're over here calling Edomite supremacy that it's done away with, and you know, Edomite supremacy is a poison running through our body politic. No, they're saying that it's running through their body. He's calling himself a snake. Okay, snakes have poison. It has been allowed to fester, he says, and grow in front of our eyes. Edomite supremacy has no place in America. That's what he says. And at first, you know, you hear it and you'll be like, oh yeah, he's right. But listen to what he said before. Break down everything in its context. Okay? 7 verse, let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bended his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut in pieces. Okay? You know, speaking about, you know, that ultimate judgment that you know, the scriptures always go back to them being shot missiles at. Okay? You know, that's the ultimate curse, is those ICBMs, that third world war. You know, them speaking all this wickedness into existence. They're going to catch themselves in a war where they're going to lose. The chariots going to come, the so-called UFOs, and they're going to be destroyed. That's what the scriptures keep coming back to the same conclusion. They're going to melt away as waters, man. Okay? The Lord's going to rain down fire as water. Okay? You got to put yourself, you know, you got to really peep the symbology, man. Like raindrops of water falling, like a firestorm, if you will. But yeah, Lord willing, this was edifying. I really, really encourage you to run this back. I'm going to put it in the beginning of this lesson in post-production, if you will, because you can get copyright strikes. They might even strike this video, for saying Edomite supremacy. But hey, if they do, I'll just put it on the I'll just put it on the other website that we upload videos on. I forget the name of it at the moment. Yeah, the name escapes me. Salakia. But hey, Lord willing, they don't. Because this has to go out, man. This is eye opening. Odyssey, Salakia, Odyssey. But like I said, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rokah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and you Aquat out there that believe in all sincerity. Shalom.